Okay, so hello there. First one of the day, I'm gonna try and make this a good one. Possible, but we'll figure this out.
No worries, always the first run's always the jitters, right?
Yep.
So yep. Side.
I am not prepared.
No worries, but we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we're gonna be raising money for kids. And hey, you have about 2 hours before we know if we get to help her save the mustache girl. So,
Oh, trust me.
whenever you're ready, just let me know, and we'll get this going.
All right. Well, make one last check to make sure this works. Because fun fact, if you don't reselect this every time you start the game, it doesn't work. Skipping cutscenes. Something games should do very easily. The Hat in Time has messed it up. We have no idea how. But that's another story for another day. Alright. Get this underway in 3, 2, 1, go. I have already forgotten the controls. That's not a great start. So, the fun thing about this game, and I say fun very sparingly, is the fact that all you really need to do is make sure you know where you're going and press the R2 button. Anything else will come naturally, except when it comes to the finale skip, which is a pain in everyone's life, and it just isn't fun. It's all you can say. So we're going to come over here and grab this wool, and then what we're going to do is we're going to collect 5 of these, which we're going to use to open a level once we get past this fight. And while we're waiting for this timepiece to load in, we can make this hat, which we're going to be using the entire run. And that's the first level. Easiest bit underway. So while we're in this loading screen, we're going to get ready to sprint through this door behind us and activate this level, which I've missed. And then instead of going the way we would normally go, there's 2 missions we can do. There's either Barrel Battle or this one up here, which we are going to do instead because I don't actually know. Probably because it's more fun. Yeah. The reason we do this one first is probably because there is a way of cheesing the fight in Barrel Battle using another hat that we can get. I remember where this ticket is. We open up this safe and we will get wool. So we'll get ourselves in this and we'll rush over here to where we'll get another piece, and hopefully once we get up to the top, we'll have enough to make this next hat, which will allow us to throw explosive potions, because that's a good way of getting through things. If you want a cute styled game that has lots of explosions, this is the one that you want. So we're going to hop up this balloon, and for once, one of the enemies is actually going to be terrified of us and run away. We're just going to make sure we're standing ready wherever he ends up. nearly fell from that. That was not good. And then another good thing about this game in the mechanics is that if you're sprinting and you let go, and just before you let go, you jump, you'll actually keep that momentum going, and you can get a much longer jump, which we're going to be using later on in the game mainly. We don't really use it a lot early game. Probably, I think we only use it like once or twice during some of the rifts, but that's about it. So we're gonna run in, and this time we're actually gonna go for the barrel battle, which there is a lazy mechanic in this, and I really enjoy it because we just get to sit there, have a cup of tea, biscuit, whatever you want to do, and that's about it. So we're gonna climb this, hopefully not get attacked, which would be very nice. I'll equip the brewing hat. No, I don't want to crawl. Back to sprint hat. And now we get exploding barrels. Good thing is, we don't have to worry about them because we can just stand here. This is probably one of the best levels, mainly because you can just sit here and do nothing. And stare at the back of Hat Girl's head. Let me just grab that. Now I'm going to swap the hat back again. And this guy is not going to be very happy. And he bounced on my head. Ow. Please don't do that. Wasn't very quick with that one, but it'll be fine. If I can actually jump into it. Okay, so next up is going to be... let me just... back to hub, because we can skip that entirely. We don't need to learn about Mustache Girl at all. The next mission is going to be the boss fight with the Mafia boss, which is going to be very easy because there is a way to cheese this fight. Eventually, whenever he gets into the fight, he's going to jump into a corner and use this ability called Mafia Ball, where, as you can see in this image, he literally just gets all the Mafia to gather into a ball, and he'll start rolling around. Which is why we use the brewing hat, because for some reason, if you are standing right next to him when he makes this ball, what will happen is, some reason he'll just not know where he's supposed to be, and he'll just fall off of the map. If you attack him, it'll stop that from happening, but if you just stand there and just walk away, he just falls, and that's the fight over. Which is very nice. Please don't hit me with the can. Okay. We're gonna grab this bucket, and we're gonna hope that I can actually hit what I need to hit. No. Always happens. I can never... There we go. Grab the key. I need to make sure I have 100 of these before I get out, which is looking a bit unlikely, but I'm sure we can figure that out. There we go. I completely missed that. The one thing we can do is just run around and grab these. It's not really the fastest, but sometimes you just have to. And we get this. Remember, I think I do have to swap my hat here. And then I'll just keep this on, because we're going to be using this for this fight. Boop. So, the good thing about these sandbags is that they're not really that much of an annoyance. They start to be whenever he just spams them all the time. And then he's gonna get the Mafia to join in, and we'll have to dodge them, as well as the bags, which sometimes catches people off guard, sometimes it doesn't. And then we have this move, where he will get his weapons, I don't actually know what they are, and he'll just throw them at us. The way we know when to set up this final part is exactly right now, when he does this. We're just gonna hide in this corner. As you can see, I've already charged up my potion, so he's gonna jump over, do his Mafia Ball, and as you see, he just rolls out, and that's the fight. I was about to go back to hub, but I remembered that that automatically ends anyways. But now we get to one of the fun parts of this run, which is the rifts. And if you don't know about the rifts, they're basically like a mini level. And with these levels, you can get loot. You can get different like skins, hats, etc. And the fun part about this is you can make a very good laugh whenever you try and presume that in this run, the goal is not to finish the game, it is simply to find your hat. That's not how it works. You can have a good laugh when you're trying to find your own hat. So we're gonna see if we can hit this balloon down here. Alright, that was pretty good. And now begins the first rift. It's extremely simple if you know what you're doing and have practiced this. I, however, have not. So prepare. All I can say. And that was probably my best run through of that. So now we're just going to mash the buttons because this slot machine is going to pop up. We're just going to skip everything it has. I just skipped a good hat. That wasn't supposed to happen. But now we're actually going to go and do this level properly. Which, essentially you just find 4 golden tickets, take them back to this safe, and get the timepiece. The 4th ticket, to this day, I do not know where it is. I probably should know, but the fun part is we don't actually need it. As you probably saw in the second level, I picked this up. We used a mechanic where we only picked up 2 tickets, but it counted as 3. The reason that is because if you take damage, for some reason the game picks it up and it'll count it as 2, which we're going to abuse right now. Because the next ticket is conveniently right beside this torch. So we're going to take damage from the torch, jump into the ticket, and as you see, we now have 4. So we can just be on our merry way. I can hit this balloon. Unlock this. And completely miss the timepiece, because that's what we do. So, next level is heating up Mafia Town, the complicated one. In this, it's basically the floor is lava. Give or take some areas. What we're going to do is we're going to position ourselves to run all the way down here. And we're going to hit all of these taps twice to stop them from spewing lava everywhere. And then we're going to purposely die so we can spawn up back in the starting area and then get the last one. I need to be careful with my movements here. That is exactly why. That is also why. I don't think I've ever done a run through of this where I've not touched the lava. It would be nice to do, but I guess I'm not that good yet. So, the good thing is we have 3 health, which is exactly what we want. As long as I can get past this bit without getting hit by anything. So what we're going to do is, we're going to run, and we're going to use the lava to skip over to this tap. Hit it twice, wait a few seconds. Checkpoint's been hit, and now we're going to spawn right up at the top. And this is where console version of this game, at least, doesn't really like this level. That tap down there is not activated. Why is that? If I've completely missed something, I have. I hit this one! I think this game's more tired than I am at this point. Alright, so that has happened. As you'll see, there was a bit of a lag spike there. And now the timepiece, for some reason, because this is console, it's going to pop out of the waterfall, I suppose? There we go. And now we only have one last thing to do, and we have completed Mafia Town. Which is another rift. We're going to pop in here. We're going to get the alert that another rift has shown up. but we're also going to get another mission. Now, the reason we don't do this is because this mission right here is one of the most annoying in the run, and is probably going to be the deciding of if I get a PB, or if this run is going to go longer than 2 hours. I'm hoping that won't be the case, but that level is a bit annoying. And I'll talk more in depth about that whenever we get to it. I nearly missed that. That was not going to be nice. And I'm going to try something that I really shouldn't. Okay, there we go. That was fine. I don't trust my own skills in this game, which is why I didn't want to go for that, but good to know that by not practicing, I've improved. Right. We are now going to go down here to the next level, which is Subcon Forest. This is, I would say, in terms of the levels, this is the hardest one. Because there's a lot of complicated movement and tricks you need to know here, and there's a level which I enjoy a lot. But the first thing we're going to do is, normally, we're going to go down that slope and talk to whatever this guy is called. Big creepy ghost man. But instead, we're going to bounce up this tree. Because we want to skip part of this level. Now, if I can do this right. First try, let's go. We're going to pick up this painting. And we're going to throw it in this fire. Because these paintings actually are linked to invisible walls. Well, they're not really invisible. You can kind of see the fire on the border there. These paintings, however, are for the other side, which we're going to use to skip a invisible trigger that will usually we'll have to talk to big creepy ghost man. I don't know why I'm actually calling him that. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to grab this, activate this bell again, and we're going to climb into the well. But yeah, so basically we're just going to skip the trigger because we don't really want to go through all that dialogue, because as you can imagine, it is a waste of time. We don't need to listen to what that guy says. All we need, get our timepieces and leave. So we're going to grab this apple, I guess, and we're going to charge it with this to make it a bomb. Ghosts in this game are apparently very explosive. Only when they're stored inside apples. Don't know why, but it's a thing now. I'm gonna activate this button, which will then open that gate, and we now have the parkour part. Like, the whole game is parkour, but this specific level is definitely more so. So we're gonna climb up here. I am not in any means going the intended route. I'm gonna use this to give myself a boost. Gonna avoid that spider. My neighbors are being very loud. Okay, so up, throw it into that, and we are now not allowed to move because the flood's coming. We didn't have an arc, but it's okay, because in this game's logic, we don't need an arc, we have a hat. There's a hat for absolutely anything in this game. That girl cannot sprint without the hat. Cannot find where she's going without the hat. It's just a very important hat. I don't understand it. I really wonder what would happen if we took away the hat. But sadly, we shall never know. I'm pretty sure we'll never know. Now we've completed Subcon well, which is good. Now we can actually do this mission. We're also going to pick up another piece of wool, which will help us make one of the hats. It's very slow. It's not actually necessary as such. I just do it because this is the way I've always run the game. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to blow it up. I'm going to grab this, charge it, blow it up. This will then explode, leaving us our wool, and we'll now run away. I think I was supposed to bring an apple. There isn't one. Am I just being dumb as usual? Yeah, I am, because there's one right here. So charge this up, and we have painting. We're now going to carry this over here. And now this boy pops up. He basically just explains these paintings we need to destroy, as if we didn't already know. There is a piece of wool inside that chest, which I didn't previously know, so I would always skip, and I really shouldn't have, but now we're going to pick this up. And because we've done that, as you can see, there's a red firewall here, which is exactly the same as over at the well, so both of those are going to disappear, including one that leads to an area we haven't been yet. We're now going to skip all this dialogue, we're going to take the contract, which will give us the mail delivery. I always find this to be a reference to Spider-Man 2, with its pizza delivery missions. In this one we have mail delivery. At the speed of this, I'm starting to figure out that maybe 2 hours was a bit high on my estimate, so I'm going to take this moment to say I am sorry. I think that this is actually going to go better than I expected. And now we're going to come back to contractual obligations, because we're going to... I'm forgetting the route, and that's not a good thing. I'm pretty sure I know what we're doing here. Okay. As before, we're going to skip the dialogue there. And we're going to go into this area, which will lead to the manor. We're going to avoid this, because that's basically just another dialogue spam waiting to happen. When I get on top of that crystal, Oh, okay. That will do. But I've just bonked, so it doesn't matter anymore. Game, please. Thank you. There we go. Now we have Queen Vanessa's Manor. The scariest level in this game. And we are going to get through it. Because no one likes jump scares. No one likes creepy things. This level has both of those. Not fun. As you can already see, that image alone is terrifying. You can see that Hat Girl is not having a fun time. And there's the key to what would be a door on the right. But we don't like doors. We're going through the left. I'm gonna grab this wall. And we're gonna crawl through this hole that no one would know is there to skip the entire level. Now, if I can get on top of the door here, I can jump over the trigger for a cutscene, which is really just showing the chest. It saves maybe 5-10 seconds. Not 10, probably 5. And now, I believe we are going to be going to do the rifts. We leave mail delivery last because no one likes delivering mail. And that's really the only reason. So we're going to come back to the manor, which we've now unlocked the mission for. It would originally be a contract. But instead, we're going to come over this way. And hidden over here is a nice little rift. So, the gimmick here, pretty simple. These red ones will fall after a moment when you step on them. Explaining that, I nearly fell for it, which is not really wise. I'm glad I was able to pick that up. I'm gonna grab that for safety, because I don't really trust myself. And we're gonna grab the timepiece. So we now have one more rift, and then we have mail delivery, and we're done with Subcon, which will be 2/3 of the way through. Yay! Right, we'll come back to contractual obligations again. It's really a lot of backtracking in this mission. I mean, I think Subcon and the next area is really just backtracking everywhere. The first mission is the most linear, except for the one mission that we need to go back to. Mainly because it is an absolute pain. No one enjoys it. I would hope no one enjoys it. Oh, I've done what I shouldn't have done. Alright. Let's accept this contract. Alright, well, that's gonna be a bit of time. I don't want, but... Roll over here. Avoid this. And I failed that. I'm just gonna go with my safe route. Well, it's not mine, but... Basically, what you would usually do there is you use some of the spiders and you can easily get on top of that ledge. The way I do it, I go over all three, over here, which gives us a safe lineup to just jump over. A bit slower, but sometimes it's safer, sometimes it can save runs. Not that I would have experience with that, because I've only ever done about 2 complete runs of this game. Can I make this? Yes, I can. Professional, right here. See the skills. But now I'm just going to throw those skills in the drain because I don't like this jump. So we're going to just completely skip it. Now activate this, jump up the ledges, and grab the face. Easy done. We have one last thing to do here, and sadly we're gonna have some time wasted because I had to get Toilet of Doom. That was actually only a second, but you know, everything matters. Now we have mail delivery! This is the only time we actually go down this slide. And now we have the bike. And now I'm gonna completely forget where I'm going because mail delivery. Good reason, right? Oh, it didn't activate, thank God. Okay. Pull with your mail. You hide in the most weird spots. You up there. There is a guy in here. I'm just gonna jump this ladder and give it to him. There you go. Gonna keep looking around. There is a bit of wool here that I'm gonna get just for safety. Also, all of these guys, for some reason, they like to make this really adorable squeak noise. Kind of doled out in the next area, but if you jump on a penguin's head, it will really squeak. I've done that, and I really shouldn't have, because that's low. Where's the timepiece? Here it is. Hello. Now we're done with Subcon Forest. So we're now gonna equip that, and we're gonna run away to the next area. So, in here, we're going to do the first mission. We're going to do something in the ship. We're going to go back into this chapter. And then we have 1 or 2 things left to do, and then we can go to the finale. As you see, they despawned because normally there'd be a cutscene here. We opted to skip those because they're slow. And now we get 7,000 on fine because we decided to break in. Never break into places. A good plan, unless it's a penguin that owns the building. In that case, then I don't think anyone will mind. Where have I... Oh. I was about to say, I've never actually landed like that before. Well, that's new for me. That's also not what I want. I'm just waiting for the next thing to happen, being, that they spot me. Okay, good. We're just gonna jump into the abyss here because it'll spawn us over here. And now we have a very interesting run to make. We're gonna see if I can get this first time. Yep, that's good. I got that as well. We're really going here. And now we're gonna have a lot of dialogue skipping, which kind of breaks the game. As you see, he was kind of despawned. Spawns in again. We get to draw whatever we want on Hat Girl, but that's slow. Now we have a timepiece. I have just enough time to put that. The amount of attention that I put on this run, it's like 0. Alright, we got... Oh, we did get the dino hat. Okay, that's interesting. I don't remember actually accepting it, but we'll take it. Right, it's gonna be very... Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get that. I'm just gonna go around. There is a way where you can jump up there, but it is very, precise. There we go. Gonna jump over onto this platform. And as it goes over, I'm gonna just sprint and get up here. I'm gonna skip these spiders because no one likes spiders. Some people do, but can I please get the height and not jump off? That would be great. Alright, now that we've done that rift, we can just go back into this level. And we're gonna become a detective! We're gonna leave the penguin side for last, because that's the best way to do things. I don't really know. This run doesn't make much sense. But it's fun, so it's okay. So these owls will ask us a bunch of questions, that's why we try and avoid them as we can. Okay, we're gonna grab that and we're gonna enter this door. So we have the detective hat, but we're not going to use it. We're just going to get this sprint hat. That door really didn't want to open for me. And now we see a murder has happened. Who could it be? I'm gonna go through this door. And we're gonna climb on top of this. If I can get this jump right. Yep. I've been getting a lot better with that lately, which is good. And we're gonna enter the secret door here. Now we have a very confusing bit. It doesn't matter how far we get here, because we're gonna reload anyways. The game just decides to respawn us. Yeah, Supreme. The good thing is, we can actually skip the manor. It's a tiny little hole that no one would know about. But that's the fun of games. There's always things you never know about, and when you find out about them, you hate the people who told you. That failed very badly. I'm just gonna go the intended route. I take that jump because it's a bit faster, but sometimes, as you can see, it doesn't really pull off the way you want it to. And we're gonna grab this confidential file here, which gives the conductor as a witness, or a suspect. And as soon as we exit this door, time is up. What a movie. Like, I want my sleepless night back. You'll have to talk to, whatever the company that made this game's called. I've forgotten. And now we do picture perfect, and the goal of this is to basically just become famous. Something everybody would like to do. As you can hear that adorable squeak. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna knock the dog off this podium, and we get lots of fame for that. I'm not following any intended route for this, by the way, I'm just going whatever way I feel like going. There is a route for this, Do I remember it? No. Thank you, game. That sound effect was very well placed. Gonna jump over on here. Avoid the car. Our fame is just multiplying very rapidly. Wait, what? Okay, so I didn't actually expect that to happen. There we go, even in speedruns, unexpected things happen. So, the next level is going to be a speedrun of sorts in a speedrun. That statement is really confusing, even for myself. So, while we do this mission, I'm going to mention if there have been any donations. I guess now would be a good time.
Good timing. Let me compile that list real quick. They're starting to come in. Okay, sorry about that. It just takes a little time for my donation tracker to update itself. So the first donation we've got is a $10 donation from yours truly. It says, "Hello everyone watching DSC. We are so happy you're with us for another great year. Thanks to all the runners, volunteers, and sponsors helping those kids live better lives. Together, we can make miracles." So thank you very, very much to myself. I did put that donation center to the one that's currently going on right now for this game, which is Help or Don't Help Mustache Girl. So right now, Help is in the league with $10. Did get a $5 donation from Esmo that says, "Hype for the marathon. Put this towards seeing Nick dressed as the Little Mermaid. Who are we to deny him wearing this outfit?" So thank you very much for your donation there, Esmo. So right now we're at $15, and I just want to make sure that everything is looking good on the donation tracker, but that should show up momentarily. Our script updates every 15 seconds, so if you don't see it on there, oh, and I got another donation. So give me just a second, I'll get that on there.
That sounded like a big one.
Yes, indeed. We got a $20 donation from Zach that says, "Nice to know of local marathons. I think this is my pre-GDQ. Can't wait to hang out with some of the people at OWG Sunday." Yes, that is absolutely right. So we're going to be going on tour this weekend, and we will be at Open World Gaming on Sunday, May the 5th, for our last day of the marathon. So even though we're going to be hopping around like crazy, the marathon's still going on. So thank you again to Planet Comics in Anderson, South Carolina for our comic book day on tomorrow, and then we'll have Open World Gaming on Sunday. So that's gonna be awesome. So thank you very much to those guys. Much appreciated.
Very good start for the marathon as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and conveniently, we have now finished that level. Perfect timing. So, providing I have enough pawns right now, which I should have, we now have the big parade. This is the longest level in this game, where we basically just dance around. Conveniently, another level where if any donations came in, they can just be read, because there's not much I can say here except enjoy the music.
I did want to interject really quickly and say again that we do have a donation instead of bid war for this game, so you guys can actually get to choose who goes at the end of this run. Either we help or don't help the mustache girl. So that's totally up to you all.
A lot of people.
So if you want to help her or don't help her, send in those donations.
A lot of people very much like being able to choose that, especially whenever half of the people that I know would very much object to helping. Especially with runs like this. Right, now we can get a bit faster. So, there is a trend with this level. It'll go very slow, and then it'll get very fast. That's all it is. It's also an idea not to die. That very much helps. And now there's going to be fireworks on top of the buildings, which can damage us. I really don't understand why. Probably just to make another hazard that we have to avoid. So we're just gonna walk around this building. Very innocently. Let's be honest, right? Hat Kid, you don't know what's going on. Like, secretly, Hat Kid is probably extremely evil, but you know, you never expect the cute ones. The conspiracies are being written as we speak. I'm hoping that we're gonna have enough time to jump onto this and not get hit. Yep. Okay, we're good. And now we get to walk around a building again. And it's at this point that I'm going to say I definitely have overestimated my time. I think, looking at the time, I should be about an hour in real time, and I'm not sure. I mean, if I fail finale skip, that'll put some time on there, but I think I've very much overdone it. And there we go. Now we have 2 rifts. I've completely forgotten to go and get them. Well, forgot to get one of them at least. So we're going back to the murder, and we are going to go for the rift, which is in the cabin area. Sadly means we have to talk to these stupid owls again. Alright, I lost a lot of momentum there, so it's fine. There we go. Then we have to do this one more time. Alright, we activated that one. I don't know how. Okay, so on this, we want to get on top of this lamppost, which is going to be very annoying because we've got these things flying about everywhere. I've messed this jump up again. This jump is the one thing that I hate in this game. More than... well, I was gonna say more than what's coming up, but that would be a lie. It's a shame though, because we have not found the hat that I wanted, but it's okay, because we have the dino hat. And everybody loves the dino hat. I'm not gonna end this run with a ladybug, as I normally would. So we're now gonna go back to Big Parade. And as you can see, all the way down there, we have a rift. Hey, we actually made that jump. Good to know. And we got booped off the map, which is not good. So now we're just gonna run to the end here and stand on here, and we'll get flung all the way up. And with this, we have completed the Battle of the Birds. Now we just have to go and talk to the dancing penguin. Now, as you can see, we just had to select two menus there. First, we had to confirm this guy is the winner, and then for some reason the game decides to be really funny and go, "He's really obnoxious. Are you really sure you want him to win?" He's not really the most enjoyed person to win, but you've got to do what you got to do. And now we're going to escape But as you can see, the phone had to be picked up there because something is wrong. But before that, we are going to make the ice hat. We are now prepared for what is to come. But now is the part that you guys are going to enjoy. Cheating the race. For this mission, you would normally come in with an ability that allows you to slow down time. We don't have that. So we need to beat this man on his rocket to that timepiece in one clean go, as fast as possible. We have already failed. I can tell right now. As you can see, we need to be extremely fast with that.
Get ready. Go!
This isn't gonna go well.
Get ready. Go!
We nearly had it. If I didn't get caught on the cannon, we would have had a good run there.
Get ready. Go!
There we go. The first hard thing is out of the way. So now we're going to equip the ice hat. Re-equip the sprint hat. And hop into the mailroom rift, which is the final rift. And then we have the finale with the mysterious mustache girl. Also, Elvis birds. I'm not sure if that's what they're actually called, but that's what I'm calling them because they look like Elvis. Just look at that haircut. And the rift's done. Easy going. And we found my hat. What do you know?
Here we go!
So now we get to playing That's Mustache Girl for about 5 seconds. And with that, we begin our trek to take down the Mustache Girl, save the world, and do other things. So there is a normal way of doing this, but what we do is you climb on top of this clock, and you can just jump over the fence. As I bonk into the fence, that's not a great way of explaining that. We're gonna pretend like none of you saw that. Or that. Or that. Why am I failing this? This doesn't normally happen. Game, please. You're normally very nice to me. There we go. See? First try. You saw nothing. That was planned. That was supposed to happen. But now we have the most annoying part of this game, apart from the race, which is the finale skip. If you fail this, you must retry the entire level. So it's important you make sure you only do one jump when climbing up this wall, because you need to store that second jump for when we get up to the top here. And now we can just run on top. There is a way where you can just do that slide down the entire side of this roof, and it is faster, but you need to know the exact moments and when you need to move up, when you need to move down. And I'm just not able to do that. Instead, I'm going to stick with what I know and just climb on top here. The only time you actually need to move is coming up. Because, as you can see, this whole thing has invisible walls on the top. But there's one specific section that doesn't have that. Doesn't make any sense. But this game doesn't make any sense. So it's fine. And now we need to pray, because if I mess this up, we're gonna have to go through this whole thing all over again, and it's not fun. I also need to make sure I can do the first bit of the fight without dying. Get your prayers in chat, boys. And we're good. Finale skip is done. I think we got 2 hits. 3. 4. 5. Alright. I'm just gonna warn you guys, the quality of the stream is probably about to die right now because this fight is terrible with bitrate. The amount of particles you're about to see will explain why. Alright, next up, we have the shield. And hopefully, we're gonna have an apple get thrown onto the stage. Indeed we do. There's the contract. We missed. Oh wait, no. That actually hit. There we go. Another shield. This fight's annoying with the amount of shields that we have to avoid. Or not avoid, we have to blow up, rather. Alright. I believe at this point, I'm going to ask that we prepare for time. We're nearly done. Should be another 1-2 minutes, and then that'll be us. We now have to do the final hits, which is going to be fun because we become invincible. Look at all that health. Alright. Everything is going completely insane. Can I please hit this girl? And here we go, in a few seconds, these timepieces are gonna just assemble together, create this massive orb. 3, 2, 1, and time. So that went very well. And now we have the important decision. If there are any donations, probably read them out now and then we'll figure out what the decision will be.
Yeah, give me a few seconds to recheck the donation tracker. Just want to be sure. Alright, so looks like we got sniped. We're going to don't help Mustache Girl, so rip.
Oh. That sneaky snipe. As you can see, we just shrug it off. She doesn't care.
Yeah, sorry about that little pause there. We had some scheduling issues going on behind the scenes. So what's going to happen is instead of our Jack 3 run with this thing, we're actually going to go ahead and do our Harry Potter any percent new game plus. So we'll be doing that next. So again, sorry for the little pause there, but that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we do in these marathons.
Yep. Gotta keep the show going even if someone who has no idea what they're doing makes a completely wrong estimate. Not calling out names.
Don't you dare leave, lass! Let's watch our movie, darling!
And hey, it's all good. It makes it more impressive when you give us a little bit more estimate. Hey, and it helps us for issues like this, so we can work all this behind the scenes.
Preparation for next time.
All right. Well, is there any other things you want to say or any shouts before we get you off the stream here?
Not that I can think of. Just thank you for everyone who donated during this run. Thank you for letting me be the first runner on this marathon. It was greatly appreciated. I think that's all I can really say.
All right. Well, congrats again, Ruby. Great run. So again, thank you for being our starter for this awesome marathon. I'm seeing we've already raised $47, so that's fantastic. Definitely keep those donations coming in. And we're going to take a quick intermission, and we'll be back with some Harry Potter. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a of an intermission because someone went very, very fast, which we appreciate. But we'll be back in just a few moments, and enjoy the music as always.